Back to Fieldhouse with CTN's live coverage of boys high school basketball. It's a section rivalry as the Cardinals host the Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jackets. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro sideline, and Howie, it's been a struggle for the Cardinals so far this season, but they do have a home winning streak and more importantly a CTN streak very much intact.
Well, you know how important that is. I mean, if you win on CTN, then you can win all your games, obviously. But yeah, you are correct. I mean, they've been close. The game against Osseo the other night, they were a missed 3-point away from taking the lead with 30 seconds left. So you talked about it. Implications in this game tonight, seeding on the line for sure. Both teams want to come away with the win. Should be a fun one.
Yeah, both teams looking for their first win against a section opponent. But Cambridge has played very well. They are just below 500. They've got 3 guys averaging double digits, led by a guy just a shade under 20 points per game and almost a double-double.
Yeah, Emerson Druby is really good, and you know the Cardinals are going to have to be concerned about what he does on the court tonight. You talked about there's his numbers, a little less than 9 rebounds as well. He's tough. He's tall. He's going to be very athletic, very rangy. Cardinals have to do a good job of keeping an eye on him.
Well, for Coon Rapids, we've said all year long they know they have the top 2 guys in Jackson Young and Tegan Plowman Tate. They need those other guys to step up. Their biggest night from someone else all season long happened in that game against Osseo, and it's a familiar name.
And Connor Young, and otherwise known as Taz, had 18 points against Osseo. Got the start because Cody Nagogo's out. He's going to get the start tonight because of the same reason. He can light it up. I mean, if he gets the open look, he can hit from outside. He's got a good teacher in his older brother.
Well, and Jackson, very different player, a lot longer, a lot rangier, but they've been getting Connor open looks, and if they can do so again tonight, they could come away with a big win against a tough section opponent that they have a deep rivalry with.
Oh yeah, they know each other well, and they're very similar. They have, they've got both a couple of big scorers that they can light it up, and they've got some depth a little bit on the bench, but they're always looking for that third player to light it up. So I think this one will go down to the wire.
Middle of the season, Friday night under the lights, the Cardinals and the Blue Jackets tip off next on CTN. Back at the Fieldhouse, just about to get this one underway. Coon Rapids just 3-9 coming in. A busy week with a rare Monday game against Maple Grove. Their first loss on the home floor, trying to bounce back and keep their strong home record intact. And again, they are 3-0 on CTN so far this season.
Yeah, and this will be an interesting game. Obviously, we talked about in the opening, but they really only have one team in common that they've played before so far this season, and that's Elk River, where the Cardinals dropped that one. It was a close one, 93-87, and early in the year, Cambridge-Isanti beat them 80-55, but again, that was early in the year. There's head coach Mike McDonald. Mike has been the head coach at Cambridge for 30
38 years. It's amazing. And of course, we both know his sons. One coaches up at Duluth East and the other at Forest Lake.
Yeah, all three of the McDonald's coaching
crazy
in this section. Kind of cool when you consider that.
Absolutely.
And it's such a long tradition. I remember watching both boys when they played, and Mike, obviously a great skipper up there for this squad, and you don't stay in a position for 38 years if you're not getting the job done.
Absolutely.
Blue Jackets with the opening possession, staying patient. A baseline drive for Tanner Jones for the bucket.
The one thing the Cardinals want to do tonight, almost a turnover there, but they've got to be able to handle pressure. You can see them do it there. The Blue Jackets will pressure you on defense all night long.
Jackson Young putting it on the floor, spins to the lane, kicks it out. Plowman Tate, a three-pointer that won't go. Jones, the long rebound, pushes it up floor. Drewby, a three-pointer, it's good.
Yeah, and that's one thing. You've got to be careful where Drewby is on the floor. I mean, they came down off that miss and quick three-pointer.
Full court pressure, Cardinals pass through it. Jackson Young spinning left side of the lane, gets some contact, but no whistle. And the Blue Jackets pushing the pace the other way. Drewby's pass was behind Ethan Bergloff and out of bounds. A little miscommunication in transition.
You know, another important aspect of this game for Coon Rapids is going to be rebounding, especially on the offensive end. I think they need, if they miss that initial shot, they're going to want to make sure that they get that chance to get a second look. But there you can see the pressure again. The Cardinals have to figure out a way to break it.
Connor Young into the front court. LeClaire driving baseline, kicks it up top. Adi leans into a three-pointer. It's off the mark. Drewby deflects it out of bounds, so it'll be Coon Rapids ball.
You know, in the 75-71 loss on Wednesday night to Osseo, 4 Cardinals were in double digits. Adi had 10. And they need him in there as well.
A forever three-pointer from Connor Young is off the mark. Good hustle from Adi to secure the rebound. Plowman Tate right side. Can't find any room. Back up top to Jackson Young. Adi on the left side now. Under 10 on the shot clock. Driving is Young. Kicks it to the corner. LeClaire to the paint. Back out. Jackson Young. Back along the baseline. And got it off in time. No, they say it was a shot clock violation.
Well, and that's just good defense by the Blue Jackets. They did a really nice job of just smothering what Coon Rapids wants to do offensively, and that causes that turnover.
Bergloff ahead for Drewby, driving right side and scores.
Again, right down the lane, really didn't offer much defense in that regard, and you know, Drewby took advantage of it.
And pressure defense pays off. A turnover along the sideline. 7-0 run to start. And back in control of the ball are the Blue Jackets. Drewby and Bergloff playing catch up top. Go deep to Lundeen, back up top, stolen away by Jackson Young. And Bergloff, great hustle to come back. Defended in the face by Emerson Drewby and allowed Bergloff to pick the pocket coming from behind.
One of the things Coach McDonald said, you know, we've been turning the ball over a little more than for his liking, and they that's one of their keys tonight, to make sure they don't turn the ball over, or just limit their turnovers.
Adi fires it to the backcourt. Bergloff got a hand on it, deflected it out of bounds. Jackson Young out of the backcourt. Connor Young there with him. Plowman Tate left side, finds room along the baseline. Hit the underside of the basket. Rebound by Drewby, and he'll take his time across midcourt. Bergloff left side, back up top. Drewby and Bergloff for three. It's good. A 10-0 lead.
Yeah, again, Cardinals having a real difficult time getting their offense going. You know, and again, credit what the Blue Jackets are doing on defense. They're just taking them out of their rhythm.
Adi Cross midcourt, picked up by Lundeen. Crosses into the paint, kicks it out. Plowman Tate for three. That's going to be short. Another rebound for Druby.
Yeah, Cardinals can't buy a bucket right now.
Bergloff bobbled it a bit, got it into the paint for Nelson. Pass back out, Bergloff to Druby up top. His three-pointer off the back iron. Long rebound secured by LeClaire. And Adi will push it ahead down the right side. Plowman Tate for three off the mark. Rebound tipped, and LeClaire nearly got it back, but lost it out of bounds.
Cardinals going to call timeout, and that's a much-needed timeout by Coach O. I know he's not happy with the flow, what's going on with his team, and down obviously 10-0 here to start this game early. Doesn't
Three
like,
and a half minutes
yeah,
without a point.
Doesn't like the hole that they've dug themselves in early, but it is early, and it's 10 points, and that can be made up. We talked about Druby in the opening. He's very dangerous from the outside.
Couple of three-pointers for the Blue Jays.
Yep.
One for Druby and one for Ethan Bergloff. Lundeen out of the left corner. Needs some help, able to get it to Bergloff. Underneath is Druby, he's fouled, and will go to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, they should call that one on TPT, I believe. That is correct, so that's his first, team first. Well, a couple of opportunities for, or an opportunity for Druby here to see if he can get a couple points from the stripe.
Druby able to drain them both. He's got 7. It's a 12-0 lead for Cambridge-Isanti. Long pass. LeClaire kicks it back. Plowman Tate to Connor to Jackson Young. Into the paint. Into the corner and around back up top. Jackson Young looking for room. Baseline. Won't find it. LeClaire ducked his shoulder, nearly threw it away over the head of Jackson Young. He recovers, gets to the free throw line, his jump shot off the mark. Druby another rebound.
Yeah, that's typically a shot that Jackson will hit. It's just that everybody's just off a little bit for Cardinals here to start this contest.
Card's got a hand in, knocked it free, but out of bounds. It'll stay with Cambridge-Isanti. Druby, long three is good.
Yeah, he has 10 points already. He has 10 of the 15 for the Blue Jackets.
Adi at the top of the key, gives it to Connor Jackson. Young with a long three, and the Cardinals finally on the board.
They needed that, obviously. They needed to get on the scoreboard here. And after a 15-0 run.
And in the passing lane for LeClaire. Plowman Tate recovers, pushes it up court. Jackson Young spins to his right, kicks it out. LeClaire, Connor Young, long three. That rolls off the top. Jackson Young had position, and the foul's going to be called against Druby for going over the top.
Yeah, he's arguing that that wasn't a foul, but officials saw it differently. Coach McDonald coming over and trying to see if he can have a word with the official, get some clarification on that infraction. Pence in for the Cardinals.
Inbound to Jackson Young. He was blocked by Lundeen, got it right back. Goes to the lane, and Lundeen's going to reach in for the foul.
Well, and Coach McDonald talked about, you know, the two players on the Cardinals, TPT and, of course, Jackson Young, that they have to be concerned about here tonight. And so they know defensively they have to limit what Jackson's doing, and they saw that's where they picked up the infraction.
Pence gives it back out to Jackson Young, high on the left wing. A little more than 5 minutes into this contest. It's been all Cambridge. Wymore around the horn, Pence in the corner. His pass knocked away, he's able to recover. Young throws it up in desperation. Got the rim, so no violation. Jones the rebound for Cambridge-Isanti.
Okay, and that's just good defense, not allowing Cardinals to get a good open look.
Bergloff's pass knocked away by Jackson Young. Blue Jackets will keep it.
Yeah, you know, and I like that. Thought they had Druby going down the lane, but Jackson Young with a really nice job. You're going to see step in front. There you saw Druby pretty much, if he had that ball, he's going in and scoring too.
Druby and Bergloff playing catch now into the corner for Jones. Drives baseline, gets contact, will go to the line to shoot two. I gotta say, I like the cheerleaders.
They're great. They're phenomenal. I just love it.
They got some good ones. They haven't been able to rattle the Blue Jackets so
not
far.
Not yet, but God,
Cambridge-Isanti 4 for 4 from the free throw line to this point. Long three-pointer for Plowman Tate off the mark. Jones has the long rebound and able to hold on as traffic clears.
Well, they cheer with authority.
Lundeen tracks it down, hands it off for Druby. Cross for Jones on the left side. Down into the corner, Bergloff back to Jones, into the corner for Lamb. The three-pointer won't go, but Druby flies in to put the rebound home.
Yeah, just the one bucket so far for the Cardinals. And again, the Cardinals are going to have to find a way to kind of beat this pressure. They're going to have to find a way to get some open looks, because they haven't been able to figure out defensively or offensively how to get around this defense.
John Pence up near midcourt. Stretching on defense is Lamb. Plowman Tate now draws the double team, gives it up to Adi, and now Kieran Wymore. Plowman Tate long three, it's good.
So a couple of threes so far tonight for the Cardinals, and they'll take them, obviously. They can get back into this one quicker if they can hit some threes.
Just the second bucket in a little more than 7 minutes of play. Druby looking for the answer. He won't get it, but Wymore is going to get called for the bump. Came flying in on Druby late. And a three-shot foul for a guy who's already got a dozen points.
Well, and the guy looks like, he's pretty efficient at the free throw line as well. There you're going to see the bump.
Druby's first miss at the free throw line, and the Blue Jackets' first miss at the free throw line.
Yeah, jinxed him.
But he's got three. Only the one of three, but he's more than doubled the Cardinals' output so far. Druby with 13, Coon Rapids with 6.
Yeah, we talked about it. Averages almost 20 a game, more than halfway there, with 10:30 left in the first.
Pence a long three off the mark. Wymore gets the rebound, gets it to Adi. Left side for Jackson Young. Put it on the floor, drives baseline. That won't go down either. Rebound by Lamb. Bergloff pushes it ahead for Jones. And Druby on the wing. Cross court, Lamb steps to his left. Another three-point attempt won't go. The tip wouldn't fall for Drewby. Young has it for Coon Rapids. Running through traffic. Lundeen able to get the steal, and Young is going to be called for the foul. A little bit of frustration for the Cardinal captain.
I'd say that's a little bit of frustration. That's his second.
Jackson will check out, get a little bit of a breather, and Connor back into the game for Coon Rapids. One of the shortest lineups you'll see with Wymore, Jeremy Adi, and Connor Young all on the floor. Drewby, another three-pointer.
Yeah, he's feeling it.
16.
He is feeling it.
Plowman Tate to Wymore in the corner for three. That won't fall. And that's going to be a foul against Plowman Tate for going over the back.
That's his second. Yep. So your two big guns with two personals here in this contest.
And I think that's fair. Drewby had the early call for going over the back on Jackson Young, and Lundeen had position there. Connor Young got a hand on it, but Lundeen dribbles through it. Pence supplies extra pressure and forces the ball out. Wymore in the front court. Jeremy Adi, right side, left side, through the hands of Pence. And the Cardinals turn it over midway through this first half. Cambridge-Isanti up big, a 17-point lead.
Yeah, I think obviously coming into this game, nobody would have thought that this would have been the tone set here to start this contest. A 17-point cushion for the Blue Jackets to start with 9:01 remaining in the opening half. Cardinals.
Well, and only 2 buckets through a half of the first half.
Yep, yeah, and again, it's just, 2 of your guys each have a three-pointer.
And they have been able to get decent looks. We've also seen a number of shots maybe forced up either off balance or at the last second to avoid a shot clock violation.
Yep.
But yeah, it all starts with that full court pressure from Cambridge-Isanti. Coon Rapids having trouble just getting from one end to the other, getting into their offense. And then once in the offense, just not a lot of open looks. And those that they have had, very little success.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm sure it's frustrating. And you talked about that the last foul by Jackson, frustration foul, and you can see he's frustrated. They're really troubling him. He's not allowed to get into the flow of his game, and credit to the Blue Jacket defense. They're just doing a really nice job of taking the Cardinals out of their rhythm.
Bergloff pressured by Adi, and Adi got a little too aggressive. Called for the foul.
Well, now the Cardinals starting to get a little bit of foul trouble. That's going to be the 6th team foul. First on Adi, but 6th foul on the Cardinals. They're one away from putting the Blue Jackets in a bonus situation.
Bergloff in the backcourt, left side for Jones. Tanner Jones puts it on the floor, top of the key, left side for Bergloff. Watched by Adi. Cutting through the lane is Peyton Complin, his first point.
Yeah, and again, just a beautiful move to find him. No defense there to trouble him, and he gets the easy bucket.
Kieran Wymore, little floater, able to drop one home for the home team. Drewby to the paint. He drops another one.
He's impressed. He's an impressive young man. He's almost at his average, and we still have 8 minutes left in the first half.
Bergloff playing receiver, steals it away from Adi in the corner. Cambridge back on the attack, a little give and go. Druby drops it home. He's got 20. And we still have 7:47 to go in the first half.
20 of the 29. Yeah, and Coach Young's hot. Coach O is hot.
Well, they just took a timeout, and obviously it was a heated and impassioned session on the sideline for Coach O, and I'm guessing the little give and go is exactly what they talked about not letting happen.
Well, I mean, those two plays. I mean, there's nobody there defensively to trouble them. And again, you talked about it, just a nice little give and go. You find them underneath, and you get the easy bucket.
And a 21-point lead. Jackson Young back in for Coon Rapids. Will inbound. You see the interest that taking Plowman Tate's positioning draws from the visitors. Two watching where he goes. Samson LeClaire in the backcourt to help support. Connor Young in the corner for three. A lot of rim, but no nylon. Bergloff behind the defense is fouled, and then it was swatted away by Plowman Tate. But he'll go to the line and shoot two. It's going to be on Samson LeClaire.
So that's his first, but as you mentioned, he'll go to the line. 7th team foul on the Cardinals, with still plenty of time left in the half.
Well, they have thrown up a lot of three-pointers. They've had two fall.
Yep.
But that one was very close. But you can't let the Bergloff behind the defense, down court behind everyone, when Druby gets the rebound.
Well, and two, if you would have told Coach O with 7:27 remaining that they'd only have 8 points in the first half, I'm sure he would say there's no way that's happening.
Young trying to find some room, can't get the shot to fall. Druby another rebound. And a little miscommunication with Bergloff. He throws it out of bounds. But little mistakes like that you can get away with when you're up big.
Well, and you know, Coach McDonald said we need to do a better job this season of taking care of the basketball. Too many soft turnovers like you saw there. I mean, it's a turnover that he threw it to miscommunication and threw it to no one.
Adi driving, gets some contact before the shot. Just the third against Cambridge-Isanti.
That was on Peyton Copeland. That's, as you mentioned, just the third, his first.
Inbound to LeClaire, a little pump fake. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
Going to call that on Lane Nelson. Nope. Call that Tanner Jones. His first, team fourth. A couple of quick fouls on the Blue Jackets here, who are doing a pretty good job of staying out of foul trouble so far in this first half.
LeClaire able to roll home the first. Second one off the mark. And it will be Cambridge ball. Cardinals still shy of double digits, under 7 minutes to go in the first half. Bobbled in the corner by Copeland, able to split a couple of defenders. And that one thrown away by Nelson.
Yeah, that's...
Druby steals it right back on the long pass from one Young to another. Bergloff can't find room on the baseline. Back up top, Lundeen crashes the paint, kicks it out. Druby thought about it. Copeland for three. That won't go. Adi the rebound. Another steal for Druby as he just reached up and took it out of the passing lane.
Oh, he's got to be close. I don't know how many rebounds he has, but
Three-pointer for Copeland won't go. Leclerc has position and the board. No, he's got to be close to double
10.
digits.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rebound. He's got a handful of steals and a couple of assists too. He's done a little bit of everything for Cambridge-Isanti. Part of the reason, a big part of the reason, they're up 21 late in this first half. Adi inbounds to Jackson Young. He'll take the three. It bounces out. Plum and Tate has the rebound, looking for Leclerc underneath. He is fouled by Mason Lamb. Jackson Young, three-pointer won't go. The rebound by Nelson. Druby's pass taken away by Jackson Young. And Druby pressured him enough, but then he turns it right back. A couple of turnovers back and forth, and finally the foul by Druby is going to send Jackson Young to the line. Oh, they're going to call it on Lane Nelson.
Yeah, they're going to call it on Nelson. That's his first, team sixth. All of a sudden, you know, the Blue Jackets here in the last few minutes have gotten into foul trouble. And the Cardinals are just searching for answers offensively.
Young hits them both. Cardinals force a turnover. Connor Young to Jackson Young. Drives baseline, comes up short. The rebound by Nelson. Bergloff quickly to the other end. Pass got away from Lundin. Recovered by Bergloff. In trouble. Throws it to Nelson. Druby in the corner. Backs up for three. Won't get the roll. Jackson Young has the rebound.
Cardinals are fortunate there because Druby had a really good look.
Young, the three is good.
Coach McDonald going to call a timeout here. Cardinals getting a few points, trying to cut into this lead. Jackson Young, after that three-pointer, has 8 to lead the Cardinals in scoring.
Well, while he was at the line, the Cambridge-Isanti students trying to get in his head a little bit with the chance of overrated.
Yep.
And I will say this, I mean, he's a really impressive player, but becomes so much better when you get him angry.
Oh yeah, don't, and that's fine. You know, that's okay. That's what everybody here would like to see him start lighting it up.
Everybody on the home team.
People usually stand out, you know, when we do sports, and I've seen there's people outside the studio chanting overrated for us too, so I get it.
Yeah, but they're right.
Yeah, well, they are right. That is correct. Unfortunately. Actually, I think the puppets put him up to it.
Bergloff double teamed and had it taken away. Connor Young across court to Adi. Here's Samson Leclerc to the lane, back out. Connor Young, a three from the high on the right side. It's good.
Connor's first points of the contest. It's a big three. That should be a turnover.
Got a piece of it, but Lamb touched it last, so Coon Rapids able to force a turnover.
When I spoke with Coach O earlier today, we talked about, you know, just what the games in general. He says their defense actually has been playing really well. You can see it there. I mean, they've stepped up a little bit. They've done a nice job on defense that forced that turnover.
Adi cross court. LeClaire back to Connor Young. Plowman Tate puts it on the floor against Lundeen into the paint. Adi in the corner. Jackson Young finds room. His jump shot won't fall. LeClaire is fouled. Yeah, they're going to call it? Yes, they are going to call the foul. I was going to say he had position. It went out off of him, but he was hacked pretty good as he went up. It will be number 7, so it will be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Samson LeClaire.
Oh, Dave Emmy there running camera behind the basket. I mean, he's just an athlete. He saved the ball from going past him. Continue to film.
LeClaire missed the front end. Young couldn't secure the rebound. Tracked down by Jones. Cambridge-Isanti passes to the other end. Jones lost the handle as he went to shake and bake. And the Cardinals on the move the other way. Plowman Tate, long run, able to score.
He has 5. Cardinals doing a good job of cutting into this lead.
Young nearly had a piece of it. Bergloff gets it to Jones in the corner. He drives, lost the handle as he went up. Adi battling for it on the floor, able to come away with it. Jackson Young, Connor Young from the corner, gets the roll. It's an 8-point game.
You talk about, I don't know what Coach O said, as Coach McDonald calls a timeout, not happy with the performance of his team. They had a 21-point lead at one point.
Well, over the last just shy of 4 minutes, the Cardinals have outscored the Blue Jackets 14-0.
Yeah, and Drewby's been stuck at 20 points for a little while. He had those 20 points, and then all of a sudden hasn't been able to score. And you give credit to the Cardinals doing a good job defensively on him. And there's 1-3 from Mr. Young, and there's his second.
He's got 2 of the 3 3-pointers during this 14-0 run. The other courtesy of his brother Jackson.
Taz from the corner. When I spoke with Coach McDonald, I said, how's your season been? Somebody who's coached 38 years has seen a lot of teams, a lot of different teams over the years. He said, and you look at their record at 6-7, we've been up and down, and and that's indicative of how they've played this year. And we've had games where we've played really well. We've had games where we've had mental lapses and haven't been able to play as well as we would have liked, and that's why they're 6-7.
Bergloff out of the backcourt. Runs into traffic, gives it back up to Drewby. Pressure comes, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Connor Young going to be called for the infraction.
That'll be his first. Well, the Blue Jackets will take the points if they can get them here. Last time we saw Drewby at the line, he had the opportunity to make 3, he only hit 1.
Able to hit the first, earn the second. Second one off the mark, tipped and controlled by Connor Young. Adi steps in, kicks it to the corner. LeClaire back up top. Bergloff got the steal. On the run, drops it in at the other end.
Leads up to back to 11 now. TPT with the 3.
It's a very quick answer. Lundeen splits a couple of defenders. Bergloff for 3, that's short. Drewby has the rebound in traffic, can't get the shot to go. Nelson gets a chance, gets fouled. will go to the line and shoot 2.
Again, he's just so active underneath the basket. And, he uses his height well, and he's. These are big free throws for Cambridge-Isanti because they had that 21-point lead. They want to try and build this lead up again before the break if they can. But definitely momentum now in the favor of the Cardinals.
Nelson hits 1 and 2. Second hit. Last person to touch it was wearing white. One pinballed around off the rebound. Two minutes to play in the first half. It's a 9-point lead. Connor Young from the corner has another one. Drive at the other end, comes up short for Drewby. Battling for the rebound was Nelson, but he falls out of bounds. It'll be Cardinal ball. Connor Young now with 9 points. Jackson only has 8. Driving TPT, drops it off. Pins drops it home, and it's a 4-point game.
Beautiful dish. What do they call? What they called it?
Not sure they didn't put anything up.
They didn't. That's what I was wondering. But
full court pressure now from Coon Rapids. Blue Jackets able to pass through it. Bergloff from the left wing across to Jones. Ran into Pence, gives it up for Drewby. Double team coming. Bergloff now at the top of the key. Left side, Lundeen, low post for Nelson. Pressure comes. And foul's going to be called against John Pence.
So that's his first, team 10th, so a couple of shots here for Nelson.
First one is off the mark. Nelson misses them both. Jackson Young the rebound for the Cardinals. Jeremy Oddie puts it on the floor against Lundeen into the corner. Pence. Plowman Tate for 3. It's good. It's a 1-point game.
Wow, are you kidding me? What an effort by the Cardinals here. I mean, some teams, would they hang their head being down 21? Maybe. Not the Coon Rapids Cardinals.
3-pointer off the mark for Drewby. Pence has the long rebound, and the Cardinals looking for the lead. Plowman Tate's 3 off the mark. And the Blue Jackets had numbers.
Jackson Young was fortunate he didn't get called for over the back there.
Adi got a piece of it. I thought that maybe Lundeen had touched it as well, but Blue Jackets are going to be able to keep it. The shot clock is off. There's 24 seconds left in the first half. Cross court, Lundeen in the corner. Plowman Tate the steal. Cardinals have the numbers down court. Kieran Wymore throws up the high arcing shot. He's going to be called for the offensive foul. 10 seconds left, and Cambridge-Isanti will get one last chance. A once 21-point lead down to just one, but final possession for Cambridge-Isanti. Jones, a three from the corner is good. And that'll take us to the buzzer, able to push that lead back to 4, but Coon Rapids, a tremendous effort over the latter part of that first half to come back and make this one interesting. After falling behind early, they had just 2 baskets from the floor midway through this half and found themselves down by more than 20. Down on the floor with Coach Ogorek is Howie Shapiro. Howie?
Thanks, Joe. Coach, my conversation with you about halfway through that first half is going to be a little different than what it is right now. You were down by 21. They were doing a really good job on that half-court press, troubling you, getting you out of your rhythm. You guys made an incredible comeback to make this a game.
Yeah, we woke up. You know, kudos to Cambridge. Like, we know they're going to come in and play hard and execute, and we knew we were going to have to attack their pressure, and it's still going to matter in the second half. I don't know if maybe we saw, hey, their scores this week, and we thought, hey, this is going to be easy. I don't know what it was, the extra effort, the extra, like, awareness and rotations. None of that was there consistently. Boom, it turned on, we made some plays. I think the bucket going, you know, ball's going in helps, obviously, juices us up, but, you know, we're in a war right now. I don't love that we gave up a 3 at the end of the half here, but it's, you know, better to be down 4 than 44, which was on pace to be.
We talked earlier, you talked about the effort of your defense in the last number of games. I thought in that second half, part of that first half, you got your defense really stepped up and controlled this game.
Sure, that's absolutely how we need to play. So whatever it was at the beginning is a good way to lose to anyone, anywhere, anytime, and, you know, just know whenever the first playoff round game is that we could just get ready for spring break. Second half, that's the way we need to play consistently, and we're going to need that in the second half, no doubt about it. We need that group, and if we do that, hey, I like our chances. If not, well, then we know what's going to happen.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second. We're going to take a quick break to break down that first half right after this.
Fans have been treated to a wild first half here at the Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse on a Friday night. Cambridge-Isanti came storming out and built a gigantic lead. Midway point of the first half, the Cardinals had just 2 baskets from the floor, just 6 points on the board. They trailed by as much as 21, but the last 9 minutes of that first half, completely different. Cardinals started to get some buckets to fall and built some momentum. They scored 14 unanswered, and they climbed right back. They got that lead down as close as 1 point, and then gave up a late 3-pointer. But we got a ball game.
We really do. And, you know, excuse me, when we talked to Coach O at the break, you know, he broke it down the fact that, yeah, we didn't look good in the beginning of that first half, but give credit to the defensive effort. Really got them back into this ball game. They started to hit their shots, and here we are at 37-33 at the break.
A tight ball game that will go down to the wire, exactly what we expected when these two section rivals meet. We'll take a break, be back with the second half after this on CTN.
There was once a time when local sports coverage wasn't what it is now. A dark age filled with handycams and Polaroids and angry crowds. Then 2 noble souls stood and proclaimed aloud that they'd give the people high-quality sports no matter how. So sports nights they became. Delivering stats and highlights was their vow. And sports nights they remain. Watch them weekly on CTN Now.
There was once a time when local sports coverage wasn't what it is now. A dark age filled with handycams and Polaroids and angry crowds. Then 2 noble souls stood and proclaimed aloud that they'd give the people high-quality sports no matter how. So sports nights they became. Delivering stats and highlights was their vow. And sports nights they remain. Watch them weekly on CTN Now.
Jackson Young, not the highest scoring Young on
No.
the Cardinals squad tonight through the first half. Connor has 9, Jackson has 8. Taken Plum and Tate leads the team with 11 at the break. Those 3 leading the resurgence through the latter part of that first half. And now it's anybody's ball game.
It certainly is. And you know, Cardinals are going to continue to come out and play that tough defense that they played in the latter half of the first.
Druby in the corner for 3, it's good.
Well, and that's what he did to start this game, and that's exactly what Cambridge-Isanti needed to come out here and hit that first bucket, especially a 3, and there's a turnover. Especially
full court pressure, forcing a pass with just a little bit outside.
Well, that's what we saw in the beginning of that first half, Joe. We saw them pressure him. We saw Druby just go unconscious with 21 points in that first half. But then the Cardinals were able to, you know, make it a game.
Montine in the corner, gets it to Bergloff in the middle. 3-pointer from the other corner won't go for Druby this time. LeClaire the rebound. Cardinals quickly to the other end. Connor Young for 3 is good. He's got a dozen, and now he leads the team. Jones thought about a 3 in the right corner. Got it back up to Bergloff. Montine underneath. Nelson able to score.
Yeah, we saw that in the first half a little bit. That Cambridge-Isanti able to get that, like the give and go and the good look underneath, and we saw it there again. Get the big underneath and get the easy bucket.
Adi kicks it out, taking Plum and Tate from way outside, won't go. Young, the rebound, and the follow, plus the foul. A chance for a three-point play. Third personal for Tanner Jones.
I mean, look at the hustle by Jackson Young to get underneath there. And again, he won that rebound. Able to get his shot. So we have 3 Cardinals in double figures.
Bergloff to Lundeen in the corner, splits a couple of defenders. Cross for Jones, way off the mark. Great save by Drewby.
Yeah, Coach O was hoping that rebound would come down to the Cardinals.
Lundeen into the corner. TPT got a piece of it.
They're just so
but
long.
Out of bounds. 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, Jackson almost, look at that. I mean, just again, getting in that passing lane and getting a hand on it.
Bergloff drives. He was fouled before the pass.
Who'd they get?
Samson Leclerc.
Samson Leclerc, that's his second. That's his third. Yeah. First team foul on the Cardinals in the first half.
Second half.
Second half, thank you. I know where I am. We're at the rink.
Bergloff for 3 from the corner, it's short. And Drewby's gonna get called for the foul here. Leclerc had position. And Drewby's disagreeing, but not often you see guys. You're right.
Oh yeah.
I held him.
My bad. That's
What do you mean I can't do that?
His second.
Adi to Koye underneath. He bobbled it. Taken away by Drewby.
Koye just in the game.
Jones spinning away from Young. Gets it to Lundeen. Nelson in the high post. Double team comes. Foul is called, and
Adi.
it's going to go against taking Plum and Tate.
Yeah, that's his third.
Inbound to Lundeen up top. Pass deflected, but got through to Drewby. Back to Lundeen. Jones. Drewby, three-pointer from the corner is short. Long rebound. Plowman Tate gets it ahead to Jackson Young. Young delays, drives, pulls up, shot won't go. Rebound tracked down by Bergloff. He's getting to the other end and slowing it down. Bergloff had it tipped free. Lundeen recovers for Drewby. Lundeen for 3, that won't go. Koye has the rebound.
Nice job by Koye getting that board.
Drewby got in the way, got the steal. Connor Young got in the way, got the foul.
That'll be his second, team third. Again, we saw a lot of that in the first half. A lot of those, especially by Drewby, getting into that passing lane.
Bergloff out of the backcourt. Across for Drewby. Jones got the foul on Connor. going to be his third. So the three who have double-digit points for the Cardinals all getting into a little bit of foul trouble early in the second half. 2 for Jackson Young, 3 each for Tate and Plum and Tate in counter yard.
Yeah, and Jackson had those fouls, 2 fouls in the first half.
Lamb left side. Double team comes. Kieran Wymore is going to be called for the reach in.
We saw the Cardinals get in foul trouble early in that first half. Already 5 personals on Coon Rapids here in the second. As
not quite 4 minutes in.
Connor Young going to take a seat on the bench.
Bergloff had his pass deflected, got through. Lamb, a three-pointer is good.
It's a big 3 as it pushes the lead to 6.
And Lamb be called for the foul at the other end.
So that'll be his second, team third.
Inbound all the way across to Okoye, hands off to Plum and Tate. And now Jackson Young on the right side. And against Lundeen, Bergloff joins. Kicked out, Adi steps in on the baseline, runs into traffic. Kieran Wymore up top. Plum and Tate, baseline to Adi. Open look for 3, it's off the mark. Rebound by Druby. Long ahead, Bergloff will pull up for 3. That won't go. Okoye will hand it off for Jeremy Adi. Adi thought about it. Couple of pump fakes. Druby there defensively. Plum and Tate cross court. Jackson Young pumps, gets a man in the air. Kicks it out now. Plum and Tate for 3. It's good.
I was watching TPD in warm-ups, hitting those shots consistently. He's got 14.
Lundeen kicks it back out. Lamb nearly had it stripped, got it back. Jones, right side, Bergloff. Pass kicked away out of bounds. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. And a timeout for Cambridge-Isanti.
Coach McDonald, I think, thinks this is an important possession, wants to see if he can draw something up here. As you mentioned, only 9 seconds remain on the shot clock. Plenty of time to get a shot off, but this is a 3-point contest.
Well, neither team really able to find any rhythm so far in this first half or second half. You got me saying it now.
It's contagious.
We're just about 6 minutes in and just no rhythm. 3 buckets from each team. So we're just about where we started. There's a 4-point lead at the half. Now it's 3 points for Cambridge-Isanti. We saw in that first half, where in that first 9 minutes, the Blue Jackets got into a great rhythm offensively, and Coon Rapids got nothing going.
Nope.
And since then, it's been a different game. But who will be able to grab some momentum, find some rhythm, get some buckets to fall, and take control here in the second half? 3-pointer well off the mark for Lundeen. Okoye gets it for the Cardinals. And Jeremy Adi into the front court, in some trouble. Okoye comes over and steals it back from Lundeen on the floor. Jackson Young there to help out. Young, long 3, it's good. We're tied at 45.
Yeah, again, just a little step back 3, nothing but a thing for Jackson Young. He has 14.
3-pointer for Lamb at the other end won't go. Young has the rebound. 3-pointer from the corner for Wymore won't fall. Cambridge has the rebound. Jones gets it to Bergloff. Back to Jones as they get into the front court. He wants the long three, and he's got it. Clemente thought about it. 28-yard. Young will try it from way outside. That won't go. Jones has the rebound, and Druby will send it ahead for Lamb. In the corner, Bergloff for three. That won't fall. Lundin has the rebound. Bergloff was in the lane, brought it back out. Lamb now into the corner. Druby back to Lamb for three. That won't go. Long rebound. Controlled by Cambridge-Isanti again. Three-pointer for Jones off the mark.
Wow.
Druby slides in. He'll get the three.
Oh,
that's off the mark,
yep.
And a foul underneath. As Bergloff was pushed to the floor, this is going to go against Tegan Plowman.
That's 4.
That'll be number 4.
And Coach O, I could hear him scream, and we need rebounding, and that is so true. You cannot give a team that many opportunities, and then it ends up with a foul on one of your better players, and now he's got to go sit on the bench with 4 personals. And not a good sequence that time for the Cardinals.
Lamb for three from the corner. It won't fall, and another foul underneath. Looking for position. This time it's going to go against Jeremiati.
Well, the Blue Jackets, they certainly love that three. Call it an oddie, that's his second, but we're at 7 team fouls now for Coon. No, was it his third?
Oh, maybe it was his second.
It was his second.
I just saw they switched to
Connor.
On the boards to Connor,
yep.
Who has 3. Bergloff hits the first. And able to hit them both back to a 5-point lead. Jackson Young spins back to his right. Finger roll won't go. Got the rebound, but lost it out of bounds. What an effort from the Cardinal captain.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, we saw a little.
But this trip, it's all for naught.
Yeah, unfortunately, just couldn't get a shot to drop. We saw a little bit of that in the first half, where Jackson just couldn't buy a bucket at first.
Druby, long three-pointer. Long rebound, handled by Jones.
Cardinals have to be able to get that. They cannot give them second or third or even sometimes fourth opportunities to get a bucket.
Lamb to Jones, back to Lamb up top. Jones with a look. That's off the mark. And a rebound in traffic for Bergloff.
Is that on Connor? Nope. That's on Sampson.
That'll be his 4th.
Yeah, so he has 4, and TPT has 4.
Bergloff to the line for the Blue Jackets.
Jaden Okoye will check back in with now LeClaire and Plowman Tate both sidelined with 4 fouls. Bergloff hits them both. Or hits the first, earns the second. I know what I'm talking about.
Sure you do. You've been doing it a long time. You know it. You know the game.
Sort of. Now he hits them both.
You just knew it was going to happen, I guess. 7-point lead now for the Blue Jackets.
Jackson Young steps in, kicks it out. Connor Young, long 3, it's good.
He has 15. That was a big 3, they needed it.
Bergloff into the lane, his pass deflected, taken away. Wymore ahead, Jackson Young. Can't get it to fall, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Wymore trailing well, would have had the rebound anyway.
Yeah, he would, yep.
That's just the first for Ethan Bergloff.
The 4th for the team. So now Connor Young with 15, Jackson Young with 15.
Well, we talked about it. Connor Young with 18 on Wednesday against Osseo. That was the best output by someone other than Jackson and Taken Plum and Tate so far this year.
Yep.
In traffic, Drewby able to put it home. Other than outside of that, 18.1 an answer for Jackson Young.
Oh, he has 19. He's so automatic. I mean, when his shot is on.
Three-pointer at the other end, way off the mark for Lundeen. Good save by Jones. Drewby thought about from way outside. Instead, all alone underneath is Lane Nelson. And a timeout on the floor.
Yeah, and again, just I know Coach O didn't like that sequence as well. And you know, you get a guy all alone underneath the basket, and you find him in an easy bucket to push the lead now to 3.
But previous to Osseo, the biggest performance for someone other than Jackson or TPT was a 14-point game for, I believe, Cody DeGogo.
Yeah.
When we talked about it, he's nicked up, so DeGogo's a no-go. That's a Howie Shapiro
He stole it from me, but that's good. I gave it to you, actually. I gave it to you.
I waited until this point, gave you all that opportunity.
Hey, you write everything for me. I can write one joke for you.
But as it is, you know, a couple other guys have put up 10 points, but it's really only a handful of double-digit scoring performances for the entire squad outside of those two.
Right.
But to see Connor score at least mid-teens back-to-back
absolutely.
games is huge for this squad.
Well,
and, you know, I think, I don't know, his numbers aren't up there right now, but Adi's one who scored double digits a couple of times this season.
He had 10 against Osseo.
I don't know that he has I don't think he has a point tonight. Actually, as I'm looking through it now. Full court pressure coming. Passed ahead to Kieran Wymore. Back to Jackson Young. Kicks it out. Wymore thought about the 3. Steps in. Jackson Young. Connor Young. Long 3. It's short.
Another
Rebound by Drewby. And he's fouled. It's going to go against Jaden Okoye, and it'll mean a 1-and-1 opportunity at the other end.
Yeah, I mean, and again, that's a foul you just really can't commit. I mean, he had the rebound. You went after it, trying, you know, you want to be aggressive and you want to make something happen, but he clearly had possession of that basketball, and then you get contact and you put a really good free throw shooter on the line.
Hits the first, earns the second. Yeah, he's a nice all-around basketball player, to be certain. Nearly a steal for Bergloff, but then he threw it out. He felt he was pushed. Not how the officials saw it. Connor Young's pass taken away by Drewby. And another Cardinal foul, and that's going to be number 10, so double bonus. Drewby back at the line to shoot 2.
They're going to call that on Jackson Young. That'd be his 3rd. TPT will check back in with his 4 personals.
7:53 to go. Druby starting to stretch the lead for his Blue Jackets again. The lead is 7. Full court pressure. Pass gets through to Pince. Wymore out of the corner, a little floater off the glass and in.
Yeah, again, just a little bit of a fake, able to get inside, use the floater, use his speed to get to the rim, or get close to the rim to get the floater. Almost a turnover there by Cambridge-Isanti.
Copeland had to reach way out, secure it, stay on his toes. Druby in the corner, cross court, Copeland. Back to Lundeen, Druby for 3. That one won't go, rebound tipped around, Bergloff can't control. Plowman Tate up court, kicks it out. Connor Young on the move, 3-pointer won't fall, rebound tipped. Wymore hustling but can't control it. And out of bounds to the Blue Jackets.
Really good effort by Wymore. I mean, unfortunately, he couldn't, as you mentioned, couldn't control, but just the effort to make the opportunity to get the ball back. If I were Cambridge, I'd slow it down a little, look for your shot. I mean, still less than 7 minutes remaining.
Druby's pass inside, but a foul. And that's going to be number 4 against Connor Young. Lane Nelson able to hit the first. Second one won't fall. Bodies will, but no calls this time. Adi has the rebound. Cardinals quickly back to the other end. Ball tipped away out of bounds. Plowman Tate felt he had a foul. Some of the Cardinal faithful behind us felt that way as well. A head shake from Coach O would indicate he was also on the side of foul call. That wasn't. Inbound goes to Jackson Young, turns and faces up against Nelson. Gets around him to the paint. Went into a lot of trees there, but no foul, and finally able to put it home.
Yeah, such good footwork by Jackson as well, just to be able to maneuver to one side and get to the other to get the wraparound bucket. He has 21.
Druby, 3-pointer won't go. Pince has the rebound. Hands it off for Jackson Young. He pulls up for 3 and he nails it. Back to a 1-point game.
Yeah, that's how you hit the 3. He has 24. Yeah, I don't hear those chants of overrated any longer from the Cambridge JV squad.
Long 3-pointer for Bergloff won't go. Rebound punched, but right to Jackson Young. Young for 3. Cardinals have the lead. He scored the last 8 points in this ball game.
That's a kick.
Plowman Tate got a piece of it. And it's interesting that I'm not sure it's the wrong call, but in my opinion, which is humble at best, the referee with the worst angle was the one to blow the whistle. Yeah. He happens to also have the best view or be closest to the opposing bench, which was calling for the kick, which may or may not have been the right call. It was just, there was an official 10 feet away that did not see it that way. That's all I'm saying. That one was most definitely a
that
kick.
was a kick.
Adi stretching out to deny space. Bergloff back up top. Druby to Bergloff for three. That's well off the mark. Wymore has the rebound.
Somebody get a little piece of that basketball too? I couldn't tell, but.
I don't think so,
Okay.
though I think he adjusted to avoid someone getting contact. And Young dancing around, gets the reach in. Just the fifth foul of the game, or the second half, for Cambridge-Isanti.
However, that's Jones' fourth personal.
Pass a little soft. Bergloff jumped in the lane. Goes to the other end, off the glass, and we're tied at 63.
I mean, and that's just a defensive lap. You can't let that happen if you're Coon Rapids. You can't let them get down the lane untouched.
Well, it was a bad pass at one end and bad defense at the other. And Jackson Young is absolutely en fuego.
Yeah, he's matched Druby with 30 apiece.
Kieran Wymore jumping around to tie that up. Great hustle, young man. He saw Nelson flat-footed. Got around, tied it up, and that's a steal for Coon Rapids, up 66-63. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Absolutely, and that's what one of the things that Coach O talked about is that we have to finish close games because we haven't been able to do that.
Well, here's an opportunity. They have the lead and the ball with under 4 minutes to play here against a section rival. Both the Blue Jackets and the Cardinals looking for their first win against a section opponent. Young drives and scores.
Unbelievable. He almost lost the dribble 2 times, and then he's able to go down the lane and get the bucket.
At the other end, Druby draws contact. Will go to the line and shoot 2.
They call that on Wymore. So that'll be his 4th.
Yeah, Cardinals are going to start losing guys with every foul at this point. They got 3 guys now with 4 fouls, 2 of them on the floor at this point. Connor Young is catching his breath. What a wild one. Druby's second rims out. Cardinals get the rebound. Jackson Young to Plowman Tate, driving baseline. He spins it home.
He has 16.
Druby thought about the long 3. Instead, it's Lamb from the left side. Won't go. Plowman Tate has the rebound.
Huge rebound by TPT.
Druby jumped the lane, nearly had the steal, but lost it out of bounds. Plowman Tate, long 3. This one won't go. Rebound tip controlled by Bergloff. And what a shootout we have seen, and a great battle between 2 superstars. Druby, a 3-pointer that won't fall. Rebound tip to Pence. Young at the other end. We'll bring it back up top. 3-pointer with its hand in his face, won't go. He crashes for his own rebound. Pence got it to Wymore. His shot won't go. Druby and Young both went up. Both secured the rebound. And that's the 2 superstars we've been witnessing.
Both number 10.
And they've been outstanding.
They have been
32
outstanding.
to 31. I'm going to go with Druby holding the edge in rebounds
without
and
a doubt.
possibly steals and assists. He has been just the Swiss Army knife for the Blue Jackets tonight.
Big
Long
3.
3-pointer for Bergloff, and that's a big one for
Huge.
the visitors.
Huge. They needed it.
Wymore gets it to Plowman. Tate driving in. Drewby has the block. Bergloff has the ball on the move. Bergloff around, backs out, right side, under 2 minutes to go.
He thought about it. Drewby thought about it.
He's a solid 5 feet beyond the arc. He's going to take it this time. In and out. The rebound by Lamb, and he's fouled. He'll go to line and shoot 2.
That's on Pinsk.
It's only his second.
Yep.
So if all the guys on the floor, he's the one you want
To get the foul.
to be
Absolutely.
committing fouls.
Well, Adi as well. He only has 2.
I mean, you'd like to avoid all fouls.
Well,
if
yeah,
possible.
absolutely. But if you have fouls to give, you want guys who don't have 4.
Lamb hits them both. It's a 1-point game, 70-69, Coon Rapids.
Huge free throws there for the Blue Jackets.
Plowman Tate working against Lundeen, gets a pick. Down low, Pins back for Young. Double team comes, drives baseline. Drewby got a piece of it. Jones got the rebound, and now the Blue Jackets an opportunity to take the lead back on this possession. Could also take us under a minute to go. Instead, Lundeen in the paint. In some trouble. They got a piece of the pass. Drewby in traffic, can't get it to go, and no foul. Young comes up with the ball. Wymore driving and scoring.
Big
off the
bucket.
glass.
Big bucket. With under a minute. Almost a steal by Adi.
Drewby steps into a three-point. It won't go. Jones has the long rebound. Drewby, another chance. Instead, he'll give it to Jones. Crashing baseline. Adi nearly had the steal. Drewby got the foul. Will go to the line and shoot 2. And it's going to be against Adi, his 3rd.
Well, you know, if you're going to foul in that situation, you take the 3-point opportunity out of their hands. And now you give him the situation where he can only get 2 from, but he's got to earn them from the stripe.
And the first one short.
I like that foul by Adi.
Mike McDonald, a quick word with some of his guys. Talk a little strategy. Drewby hits the second. It's a 2-point game. Plowman Tate tried to throw it off at Drewby. Instead, turns it over. Lundeen hands it off. Driving and scoring is Tanner Jones. We're tied at 72. 20 seconds. And a timeout. Coon Rapids as it hits 15. An opportunity to hold for the last shot.
You know, well, this is where you make your hay. You know, if you're Coon Rapids, obviously you want to do better at closing out close games. You have less than 16 seconds left in this contest. You're tied at 2. You have the basketball. Coach O's going to drop a play that he feels will be successful, give him the lead, and then you see what you can do about running out the clock.
Jackson Young,
he's good.
Been fun to watch all season long, and boy, he really has elevated his game in this second half. It's a game again. The Cardinals fell behind midway through the first half. They were down by more than 20 points. Have come storming back a couple of different times. Not taking their first lead until the latter part of half number 2, and now we've seen it go back and forth a bit. And here we are with 15.8 on the clock. Cardinals in possession, and we're tied at 72.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a game, Joe. This has been fun. I mean, you look at both
number 10s with 32
superstars
points
on each team. Yeah, absolutely have led them to this point.
Big push by Cambridge-Isanti over the last handful of minutes. They were down by 6. They battled back to get us tied, and now here it is. Jackson Young, that's the guy you want with the ball. Turnaround jumper is off the mark. Drewby has the rebound. They have time to get down floor. Drewby in traffic, throws it up at the buzzer, no good. We're going to play extra basketball, Howie. How about overtime?
You know, I'll tell you what, it'd be nothing less in this contest. These teams have been so equal here through 2 halves, and now we're gonna play a little extra time, tied at 72. See which team can close it out in the extra frame.
And we will take a short break and be back with that overtime right after this. Blue Jackets, Cardinals tied at 72, end of regulation on CTN.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, keep up with local news, sports, and events. And the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
"36 minutes was not enough to find a winner." 2 section rivals, both looking for their first win in section play this season. And Cambridge jumped out to a huge lead early. Coon Rapids came storming back, had a lead late in the second half. Blue Jackets able to do just enough to get us tied. And that is now we get to extra time.
That'll be interesting to see those players with 4 personals. Got to make sure they try and stay out of foul trouble.
3-pointer is off the mark for Lamb, and a foul.
And that's Weimar. I think that's it for him, I believe. Oh no, they're calling it on the Blue Jackets. I thought it was a push on Weimar. My bad.
Well, and they have almost nobody in foul trouble except
the guy who got fouled.
For Tanner Jones, and Tanner Jones, and it's a good call. It's an easy call.
It is an easy call. I looked at
and Tanner Jones was the only one on their whole squad that is in foul trouble even remotely, and he's the one who picks up his 5th foul. He's done for the night. Cardinals a couple 3 guys with 4 fouls.
Yep. Well, there's 3 out there right now.
Plowman Tate up top. Left side, Jeremy Oddie to the baseline. Back up top to Kieran Wymore. Right side for Plowman Tate. Can't find room. Samson LeClaire finds a lane and scores.
He just has 3, but maybe no bucket bigger than that one to start this overtime period, as it gives the Cardinals the 2-point lead.
3-pointer for Drewby won't fall. A huge rebound for Samson LeClaire. Plowman Tate, 3 from the corner. That won't go. The rebound for Lane Nelson. Drewby to the baseline, and he scores.
Yeah, and he just use his size and his muscle to gain inside presence. He has 34 to lead all scorers.
Plowman Tate on the right side gets a pick. Takes a little contact getting to the lane. The floater will fall. Drewby. His pass taken away by Jeremy Oddie. Great read, great hustle. Spins to the lane against Drewby at the other end, in some trouble, and he will get a a timeout called by Coach O.
So 2:08 remaining in this overtime frame. 76-74 lead for Coon Rapids.
Schumann taking over on the whiteboard.
Yep.
Drawing it up. Whose hands do you put it in?
Yeah, I wonder. Maybe a guy with 32 points.
Connor Young has not been on the floor to start this first overtime. Looks like they have that same hairstylist.
Still plenty of time on the shot clock, 27 seconds as Cardinals coaching staff draws up the sequence, what they want them to do.
Connor Young will stay on the bench. Jackson Young, Tegan Plum, and Tate, Samson LeClaire, Jeremy Oddie, and Kieran Wymore. The 5 on the floor in overtime, 2:08 on the clock. Cardinals have the ball. They have the 2-point lead. Thanks to a bucket from Tegan Plum and Tate, who has 18 in the game. Adi to inbound.
Oh, big block.
A big block by Lane Nelson as Young went to the lane. Druby at the other end. Cross court, Berglock steps up, backs out. Up top, Lamb, Druby, left side, 3. Won't fall, rebound, tip to LeClaire.
Yeah, LeClaire's got the last couple of rebounds down the court.
Well, that one tipped to him by Kieran Wymore. I like the way that kid hustles.
Yes, he definitely hustles.
Plum and Tate stepping into a 3, it won't go. Rebound tipped by LeClaire, and Wymore hustles to get control. Huge rebound for the Cardinals to keep possession.
Yeah, bucket here will be huge.
Wymore, an open look for 3, it's good!
Wow. He has 9, 5-point lead for the Cardinals.
Adi in position but can't control. Nelson can't control either. The Cardinals get the steal. Huge takeaway. Adi into the front court. He's fouled by Berglock. We're more than midway through overtime. They still have fouls to give. No, they just finally hit number 7, so it's 1-1.
Look at this, Wymore.
That's a huge three-pointer. And those two, right? Samson LeClaire and Kieran Wymore have been flying around doing the other stuff, not as much the scoring, but flying around and doing some huge things in this overtime. And then a huge bucket for Kieran Wymore.
That's going to be on LeClaire, and he's out.
LeClaire will pick up his 5th, battling for the rebound.
An opportunity to earn a couple from the stripe.
John Pintz will check in.
Lane Nelson at the line for the Blue Jackets. Trying to cut into this 5-point lead with under a minute remaining here in the extra frame.
Nelson hits the first. Second time in 3 days there's been an overtime basketball game on this floor at the field house. Girls losing to overtime, or losing to Osseo in an extra session. Nelson only hits 1 of 2. Jackson Young the rebound, trailed and finally fouled by Druby.
I don't know if he jammed a finger.
In some discomfort, though, and that's
not good.
Not good news at all.
Let's see if we can see where it happened. Yeah, I think somebody got him on the wrist.
Well, it was Druby, and Druby's trying to foul. Young hits the first.
Didn't alter his ability to hit a free throw shot, however.
Second one won't fall. Druby has the rebound. Bergloff slows up, hands off. Druby had to recollect between his legs. Bergloff up top. Stepping in. Down low, Nelson. Pressured by Pence, kicks it out. What a hustle play by TPT. Then Wymore showing off some silky mitts to find room. Adi waits for the contact and will go to the line to shoot another 1-and-1.
Yeah, Jeremy looking for his first points of the night. No
Kieran Wymore, though,
he's hustled. Oh my
hustle.
gosh, has he hustled.
A huge, as we talked about, that three-pointer he hit a little more than midway through this overtime was huge, but the hustle on every play, a big reason why they've been able to regain possession a couple of different times in this extra period. And there is Adi's first points of the night with 31 seconds left in overtime. Second one won't fall. 6-point game. Druby to Bergloff in the corner. Lundin back to Bergloff in the corner. He hits the three. Timeout. Cambridge-Isanti, 18 seconds remaining, 3-point game.
Yeah, not a lot of time left on the clock for the Blue Jackets. Cardinals will have possession when we restart. But big three-pointer in the corner. Gonna get it back to him and then finds him on the perimeter, and just a nice job dropping the three.
But that first time that Druby put it down into the corner, kind of a softer pass. Yep. And if it's a taller player than Kieran Wymore, which there are a few that play the game that are taller than he is, that one might not make it through to Bergloff, and that might have been a huge turnover.
Agree.
But yeah, I've been very, very impressed with Emerson Druby, and consistently impressed with Jackson.
Well, yeah, how could you not be? I mean, we've seen him so many times just become clutch.
And Connor Young.
Connor's had
another
nice
huge game. Looks like he will get back on the floor for the final part of this overtime. But 15 points from him, 18 from Plowman Tate, and 33 from Jackson Young. Young household combined for 48.
It's impressive. They're having a nice night. Maybe they'll get some pizza tonight when they get home.
Next foul does put Cardinals into the double bonus, but they got to get it inbounded. They do to Connor Young. Gets it to Tegan Plowman Tate. Ahead to Kieran Wymore in the front court. He's fouled by Copland and will go to line to shoot two. Just has to hit one to make it a two-possession game. And who would have thunk it 9 minutes into this game? Not many, I tell you. Wymore hits the first.
He's in double figures with 10.
I believe that's his second time with a double-digit night. Giving that faithful Cardinal crew an opportunity to celebrate. Second one is off the mark. Rebound by Druby is shot off the mark at the other end, out of bounds, off of Cambridge. 2 seconds left, and this is the Cardinal ball game.
Yeah, absolutely.
What
an effort. Yeah, what an effort
for the Cardinals, and what a way to get their first section win of the season. I mean, down 21 midway through the first half. They come back, have a lead late in the second, and then go on to an overtime win.
I don't know if the...
Are they saying a foul was called before the buzzer?
It must be.
I mean, I don't know why really Cambridge would have wanted to foul. You're not in 2 seconds. you're not going to get 2 possessions. But they put 1.2 seconds back on the clock. Looks like the Cardinals are still inbounding, though. Or the Cardinals called the timeout.
Oh, they did. Okay. Interesting.
I guess I would have expected that you just inbound it and everybody kind of looks at the clock. You don't even have to put it on the floor. There were only 2 seconds left. But maybe was there 10 seconds left when they inbounded?
When they inbounded, yeah.
So I suppose they had to get it across midcourt.
Yep.
I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. I hardly pay attention all night.
Yeah, right.
My attention span ended at the end of regulation.
It's that of a gnat.
An 82-78 lead for the Cardinals with 1.2 seconds left. It's all academic at this point.
Yes. Well, the Cardinals, you know what? I'll tell you what. The Cardinals, they're 3-9 coming into this contest. They really needed this win. I mean, they really needed this win, especially after that tough game against Osseo.
And they are now 4-0
on
CTN, by the way. I believe the booster squad is doing what they can to try and secure our crew for the remainder of their contest this season, and I don't think that is a likely scenario. No. What I do believe is likely is that we're going to take a break. We're going to do a little post-game interview because what a comeback, what a win, and we will take a break. Be back with more after this.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected.
Back at the Roderick Carlson Fieldhouse, a come-from-behind win in overtime for the Cardinals, 82-78 against section rival Cambridge-Isanti. Down on the floor with some of the stars of tonight's game is our Howie Shapiro.
Thanks, Joe. To my right, Jackson Young. To my left, Connor Young. Way over there, Coach O. So, hey, guys, congratulations on the win, first and foremost. You know, Connor, I want to talk to you. You had an opportunity last game to get the start. 18 points, 15 tonight. Talk about the effort that you guys had, especially when you're down by 21, to get back into this game, and then the defense, guys, you played to the end through an extra frame.
I think it was just the want to win. We haven't won in a while, and I think we just couldn't go down without a fight, and we just wanted that win so bad, so we had to fight back.
How much coaching do you get from your older brother in terms of, you know, it's pretty cool to have both brothers get the start. How much do you get from him, or do you coach him?
I coach him a little bit more, but yeah.
I like it. Congratulations on the win. That was great. Jackson, 33 points. I think you kind of willed this team at the end. I know you were frustrated in the beginning of this game. You were down by 21. They were doing a really good job on you defensively.
Yep.
I think it changed. You were able to get that lead down to, I think it was 4 points at the break, and then I think you did a really nice job taking over in that second half and really putting the team on your back and getting the win.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, and it's something I've struggled with for a while. It's just like staying there mentally. Sophomore year, I would have collapsed, probably would have had 8 points, just not done anything. So I'm glad that I stayed mentally there. And Cambridge-Isanti fans, thank you for saying overrated. It heated me up a little bit, so I'm glad. But yeah, I'm just glad we were there. I'm glad we got the dub. It's just huge win for us, huge win.
The guys in the truck were talking just that point when they started chanting overrated. And then I think at one point you had 24 points, and I mentioned to Joe on air, said, I'm sure they're not saying anything about overrated anymore. But yeah, that was a great emphasis in terms of you being able to come back and get that win. Yeah. You guys are 4-0 on CTN. Your thoughts?
I mean, we need you guys at every game now. I mean, like that, we're going to state, and I mean, that's the end goal. So, I mean, we love you guys, so.
How big was that win for you? I mean, just the 4th win of the season. Obviously, you'd like more, but, you know, you had a tough game against Osseo, and you come back on your home court and get this win.
I mean, yeah, Osseo, Maple Grove, Elk River, all 3 tough losses. But I think getting this against a section opponent and putting us in that upper seed is really going to help us along the way. This is a really big win for sections.
Thanks, Jack, and congratulations. Go enjoy. Coach O, nice win for you guys. You and I talked earlier today, and one of your keys is we have to be able to close out these close games. Talk a little bit about that.
You know, hey, we executed in overtime, which was good. I think we had a lead there in the second half, and a couple things there, you know, a couple plays here or there. I would have liked to cinch it up in the first half, but guys were tough in overtime. You know, I said actually my overtime talk was more, hey, why do we train so hard? Why do I run you guys like rabid dogs at times? Because we're built for these moments, right, to execute there, and our guys did. I'm really proud of how we handled the overtime, and it was a wild game. You know, this was a great high school basketball game tonight. A lot of energy, great crowd support from both sides, and great win. Very proud of my boys.
And talk about the defensive effort. And we talked about that at the break a little bit more, but it carried over to that second half. I mean, you had contributions from everybody. Guys on the floor hustling after loose basketballs. Talk about just the heart of this squad.
Yeah, these guys battle. I really love this group. I've told them this, you know, plenty of times now this year that we've fallen short in some things, but they're very coachable and they work hard. And you know, I'm just very pleased with the overall effort and sacrifices. You know, got on some guys earlier in the game, and one of the things I told them is, you know, newer guys to being varsity. It's like, I'm on you hard because I've seen you do it. I know you're capable of doing it. Don't hesitate and do it. And I think like a Kirby Wymore was an example of it. He came in and in the second half just made so many effort, energy plays, a huge clutch 3 for us. And, you know, just really proud of guys like that who earned their stripes today.
Yeah, I really think, I mean, you can't just typically point out one player. Obviously, Jackson offensively, but, you know, 18 points from TPT. And I just think it's such a team effort, this win.
Yeah, for sure. Those guys are really getting used to playing off each other. And, you know, huge contribution from, you know, Tasmania Young, you know, he's done a nice job just, you know, playing within his role, understanding, hey, shots are going to be had, and, you know, and just other guys too. Yeah, really, really proud of our group. Our group is starting to really figure out who we are. We got to continue to get better, no doubt about it, but nice win. I'm very happy that they could be rewarded for their efforts today.
Thanks, Coach. Congrats on the win.
I'm not going to shove you. Howie, I just want to share my appreciation for you and everyone at
First time I've ever gotten a rose. I like it. Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it. I'm going to throw it back to Joe, and we can close this one out.
All right. Well, a lot of unexpected things in tonight's contest, and it doesn't stop even after the post-game interviews. But what a win for the Cardinals early on. Again, midway through the first half, the Cardinals only had 2 baskets, a 3-pointer from Jackson Young and a 3-pointer from Tegan Plowman-Tate. They were down by more than 20 points, and by the end of that half, they had gotten back within 1, gave up a late 3-pointer, went to the breakdown 4, came storming back in the second, and had the lead late, only to see Cambridge-Isanti battle back and force the overtime, but executing in the extra period huge to get them their first section win and keep them perfect on CTN.
Yeah, apparently they're gonna lobby for us to be at every single game. But you know, and you gotta obviously feel for Cambridge-Isanti. You build a 21-point lead in the first half, and then the wheels fall off. And they did keep it obviously close. They're a good ball club as well. You know,
Emerson
Drewby with 34 points.
Incredible.
He's really good.
Impressive. I would almost guarantee he had a triple-double with rebounds and steals.
Yep, absolutely.
And perhaps a quadruple-double because he dished more than a couple as well.
He did. But
he's a really impressive basketball player. Yeah, I would guess he may have even been approaching 20 rebounds.
Yep.
That's
nice win.
how
Nice
active
win.
he was on the boards. But yeah, it was a huge win for the home team. And as you mentioned in talking to him, Jackson Young really willing the team to victory through the second half. It's all about the boys hockey team next week. A couple of home games, first against New Prague on Tuesday, then against Irondale on Thursday. We see the boys basketball team again on Tuesday the 28th when they host the Panthers from Spring Lake Park. But that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score in overtime, Coon Rapids 82 and Cambridge-Isanti 78. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. To the entire crew, including Director Joel Sipper and my friend Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.